Thank you for joining Sports Development Series. We yours truly, Boma Ekiora.
Sportdev series. Hey guys, how are you? Glad to be back. And today we're talking about Leverkusen, Bayer Leverkusen from Bundesliga in Germany. Interestingly enough, listen, if you don't follow European football, soccer, you may have missed this, but they clinched the Bundesliga, which is the highest level of soccer football in Germany. They clinched their title this past weekend by beating Werder Bremen by 5-0. It was a good win. Hasn't been done in quite some years. If anyone has followed Bundesliga, you would know that most of the titles have been won by Bayern Munich as opposed to Leverkusen. So this was a huge feat for them. Stadium went crazy. But I was watching that game. I was asking myself, watching what Victor Boniface, the striker for Leverkusen, who's also Nigerian, was doing. I had to ask myself, is he the reason, why they've been so successful this past season? And I think that question was because of my bias, with him being a fellow country person, that I came up with that bias. But and also the fact that I was watching the West Ham game in Europa League against West Ham when Leverkusen played West Ham, and several chances were missed in the first half. They really couldn't get that goal until Boniface came in the second, and then he was able to get that goal for them. And so all of those led me into looking into what their secret weapon was this past season, or is, because they're still a strong team and they could win a European title. And just looking at it, I decided to take a look at where Leverkusen was before players like Boniface arrived in July of 2023, and where they are today. And it's interesting, I found that by comparing goals, which is one of the major metrics you look at for how well a team is progressing. In 2022-2023, Leverkusen altogether, well, first of all, this year, they scored 74 goals, right? So far, this is not over yet, but they scored 74 goals, which is pretty good. Okay. Last year, right, the 2022-2023 season, they scored 57 goals and they were sixth on the table. This was before the arrival of Boniface. Again, I'm not saying he's the main reason, but that's what I was looking at in doing this little mini experiment. And in 2021-2022 season, they scored 80 goals. So they scored 80 goals, which is more than the 2022-2023 season. And they finished third. So this is a team that's kind of been hanging around, competing. The last year they were sixth. The year before that they were third. And then this year, with 5 games left in the season, they have 74 goals. They just put 5 past their last opponent. So it'll be a big surprise if these guys don't get past 80 goals that they had in 2021-2022 season. And everyone knows sports like soccer or basketball are team sports, and but you can't deny the contribution of specific players, or 1 or 2 players. And when you look at this team, it jumps out at you that players like Boniface and Wirtz have accounted for 30% of all their goals. So of the 74 goals they've scored, those 2 guys have accounted for that amount of goals, which is crazy in one team. Now, if you look at their roster, a lot of different guys score for this team. That's another reason why they've been very successful. They've played very well as a team. A lot of different players score, and it's really helped them across the board. Obviously, having a very good defense has also been a key part of why they've been successful. And after you look at the whole team, I think in summary, it's clear that while Boniface has helped them out tremendously, he was a fantastic buy. Make no mistake about that. He's been a fantastic buy and a good tool for the team. I think their secret weapon is the fact that they play together. They play together. Many different players score goals. They're relentless. They believe in themselves. And they've been able to do very well, exceptionally well. So, and they're fun to watch. So congratulations to Leverkusen. And it's a good thing to see parity in the league and competition. So thanks, guys. Next episode, we're going to dig deep into, I think, why Chelsea needs to go ahead and just buy Victor Osimhen ASAP. Stop wasting time. But thanks again for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you want to, you can like, share, subscribe, or not. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.